Okay, I'm going to make this a little bigger so that you guys can see it. Not that big. So this is your unit right test, and I'm going to give you some review. I'm not doing these problems. They are different. I'm doing similar problems. So make sure you put your last name, your first name, and which class period you're in. And then we're talking about these problems. Okay, so I've taught you two ways to look at it. You can either look for the per and use division, okay? Or you can set it up with the two things that they are comparing. And the two things being compared here is necklaces to cost. So you'll put necklaces over cost and then set it up that way. So in this case, you would put your number and your number and your unknown and your unknown. So that's how those are done. This is the same situation. You're going to have to use per. What rate? So that's miles per hour. You need to use that division and figure that out. So the reason why I'm doing the biggest part of this is because of this problem. I'm not using these numbers, but I'm going to remind you how we did this. If I said I was going 50 miles per hour, how long in 2 hours did I go? How far did I go? I would set my hours over my miles, making sure that, that's terrible, making sure that the 1 is the per mile. So 1 hour for 50 miles per hour. My unknown is my distance. See, I know my hours, but I don't know my distance. So I'll put the 2 there. The part that students are forgetting is the part when we cross multiply, because we spent a lot of time with unit rate, but we did do this. So you need to remember to cross multiply. X times 1 goes on one side of the equal. 2 times 50 goes on the other side of the equal. So then I just solve by what we tested over last week, using the opposite operation to move it over. So x in this case will equal 50. That is not the answer to this, but that is the strategy that you use. What is the unknown value right here? If you know 6 t-shirts is $10 or $105, how much is 1 t-shirt? So this one's a little bit backwards, but you still got to do the same thing. You're going to cross multiply. So multiply these two and put it on one side of the equation. Something times something. Multiply these two. Mind you, this is probably an x. And put it on the other side of the equation. So I'm going to make sure that you know this is a times, not a multiply. And then you have to solve by using division to move it to the other side. So whatever number goes over here, you got to have to divide. Last one we've done it, unit cost. How much is per apple? This one right here, you've got to figure out which ones is going to equal less than $2. So that's as much as I'm going to give you. But I know that you guys know this because we've done it. And it's a good way. I need to see who actually knows it. If we have 75% of kids can pass this with a C or better, then we're good. We're going to keep going.